They got a dog that's got to be walked.
Oh, yes. How do you eat dinner?
Oh, go to Jasper's, right? Jasper's is, yeah.
Thank you. It was awesome.
Yeah. Try the Mott sticks. Anyway, this guy lingering over here, trust me, he's the kind of guy that if you sit next to him in a subway, you're going to check your purse.
Talk about subways too.
All right, Perry Block, my best bud.
Well, it's no question that I'm a baby boomer. Or did you think I was a millennial who doesn't believe in moisturizing? No, it's tough. I'm the oldest one here. I'm 75 years old. Don't applaud that. Don't applaud. I didn't do anything except not die.
Yes.
But I realize I'm getting old because I find that I'm becoming aroused looking at pictures of glasses of warm milk. Hey, warm milk pornography. Don't knock it if you haven't tried it. Another thing that happens as you get older, it's happening to me, you start shrinking. I can't believe it. I ran into an old family friend last week and she said, "My Perry, I haven't seen you in so long. I remember you when you were this tall." It's terrible. I used to be 5'10". Now Kevin Hart calls me Shorty. But one thing hasn't shrunk. I can tell you that right off. One thing is not a bit smaller. Guess what it is? This. It hasn't shrunk a bit. And the smaller I get, the bigger this looks. I used to look a little bit Jewish. Now Adrian Brody calls me Snorty. So I don't know what to say. I was in New York just a little bit ago. I was on the subway talking about subways. And a guy comes up to me and he says, "You and I have something to talk about." And I said, "I don't know you." And he said, "Oh yeah, we have to have a conversation." And I said, "No, I'm not going to talk to you." And he said, "Okay, I hope you find Jesus." And I walked off and I thought, he picked me right out. That's a thing. I look more Jewish than all of New York City. What a thing. One thing my doctor tells me, exercise will keep me younger. So I do push-ups every day. Want to see how I do them? Push up! Push up! Push up! Doesn't seem to be working. Another thing that happens, it's happening to me, is I can't say certain things, which is tough around comedy. Listen to Lauren. What's her favorite word? Everyone. I can't say that. I can't make myself say that. I go puh. I've aged out of it. I've also aged out of tit. I can't even say that. Well, one thing that I say a lot of when I get exasperated is fuck me. What happens when I can't say that anymore? What's it going to be? Have sex me? Get to third base me? It's going to be tough. So here's the moral of the story. The first moral for you folks is, if you can say those words, say them now. Say them to your friends, your family, your teachers, your rabbis and ministers. Say them because one day you're going to wake up and all you're going to be able to say is, wave to me, me. Another thing that's tough for people my age, those retrospectives, on awards programs where they show you everyone who's died, all the celebrities who have died during the past year. And I'm always looking at that and thinking, oh my God, he died. He was 10 years younger than I am. Oh no, she died. I used to masturbate to her. In fact, I masturbated to her last night. Is there some way to take that back? Doesn't happen. And then, talking about celebrities, I don't know the names of current celebrities. I can't keep up with that. Back in my day, celebrities had easy discernible names like Frank Sinatra, John, Paul, George, Ringo. First time I heard the name Kendrick Lamar, I thought it was an insurance company. Then someone said Doja Cat, and I thought, that must be the most recent Pokemon. And then I heard Shabuzi, and I said, what did I say? This isn't so hard. Gesundheit! And now I find I just love saying that word, Shabuzi. That's such a cool word. Would you all say it with me? It's quite exciting. 1, 2, 3. Shabuzi! That is so liberating. I love the fact that you replied, because that doesn't happen in my life. But thank you very much. And it's tough. The way they describe older people, I hate this. You've probably heard the expression, years young. They say somebody who's older is years young. If there's anything that proves you ain't young, it's when somebody calls you years young. So if any of you are lucky enough to have grandparents, maybe this crowd not so much, even like me, some of you not quite as much, but never say, Pop, you're 85 years young, unless you want to be disinherited. And never say to me, Perry, you're 75 years young. Unless you are attractive, female, and 60 years young. Then say whatever the hell you want. All right, I'm going to give you a short history of marijuana from my perspective. Someone who's been around. Back in the 50s, not many people did it, and it was called what?
Tea.
You know?
Grass.
Reefer, grass a little bit, Mary Jane, so forth. In the 60s and 70s, it was called what? Do you know? Dope! There's an old song that goes, I was smoking dope, snorting coke, trying to write a song. But now, and a fair amount of people did it, but now almost everybody does it, and it's called weed. But when you get to be my age, and you hear weed, you think, oh my God, the weeds are strangling my hydrangeas. I gotta get my guy to pull them out. So here's the second moral of the story for you folks. Smoke your weed, smoke your reefer, smoke your dope, because one day you're gonna wake up and you're gonna realize it's all about the hydrangeas. And you know what you're gonna say then? Fuck me! Thanks folks, I'm very glad. I love your talented.
You still got it, lady.